So, I think it's here. We finally got it. Let's open this bad boy up. I think considering I've been very excited for this camera, I am going to go to the studio and properly unbox this. And I don't even know what that means, to properly unbox, but I've never done an unboxing. Screw it, let's go do it. So, if you guys haven't noticed, I haven't posted anything since my first initial video about the ZV-E1, and it's here. So, I did not have another camera angle. I'm just gonna tear this box open. Here's the box. This is it, guys. This is a lot smaller than what you receive in other full frame cameras. When I bought my A7 IV, it was a box that was literally twice the size. So that's interesting. So you have the Alpha logo, ZV-E1, and then you have a picture of the ZV-E1. That's interesting. Okay, you have your paperwork. You have your camera strap. I don't know what's in here. Oh, I think it's the little the dead cat that comes with most or the other ZV products. Before I show the ZV-E1, here's that beautiful Z battery. It's the FZ100, same one you have in the A7 III and up. Here it is. Boom, right there, right in the flesh. This has a deeper grip than my ZV-E10. It actually feels nice. Not as nice as my A7 IV, which I'm filming on right now, but it's really nice in comparison. I hope this battery has some charge. I'm not sure if it does, but okay. So yeah, it works. It doesn't feel as cheap as the ZV-E10 does, but it's not as premium as the other full frame cameras that Sony has to offer. Curious if there's any stickers at all. Probably not. Yeah, small box, small package. So yeah, this pretty much concludes the unboxing portion of the video. I am still going to be doing a first impression. Stick around for that. I can't wait to just film whatever I see. And we are on the ZV-E1. This thing looks, actually, I just turned it on right now and it looks amazing. Right now we are in manual mode, so not necessarily the base settings. So my settings are 4K, 24 frames per second, and that's it. No picture profile, no. I think this is just a standard picture profile. Haven't changed any of my autofocus settings. We're just kind of going with it, and I don't know, how does it look like so far? You can see the nice little bokeh from my Sigma lens. I'm using a 35mm Sigma Art. I do have to hold it out quite a bit, but that's just because it's a 35mm. So seeing this big lens on this tiny body is mind-blowing. My first impressions right now is this is a very small camera with a full frame sensor. The other thing I noticed is that the memory card is on the side and not underneath where you actually take out the battery, which is super nice. It does suck that there isn't two SD card slots like my A7 IV. This is not intended for commercial use, which I definitely intend to use it during commercial uses, events, projects, whatever. How's the mic? I have no idea how the mic is. Again, I haven't touched it aside from setting my camera to 4K 24, and that's it. Should I put this on my gimbal? Should I go out and shoot like a cinematic edit? I don't know, whether it's skateboarding or take it into one of my actual commercial projects. I'm not sure. Just the fact that we have this camera, we've been waiting so long for it, and now it's here. I'm just happy with it. Right now, it looks beautiful. I haven't been messing around with anything else. One thing that I'm really not going to be using a lot is the those cinematic mode bars. I personally don't care for them. I'm probably never going to use them. Maybe if a client wants me to put those letter boxes on the video, sure, I guess I'll use it so that way that gives me one less thing to do in post, but I personally don't think I'll be using it. But I am curious about that stabilization. Is it dynamic or whatever? I'm not using it yet. I think this is just standard mode. Not sure. I'll confirm with you later on. None of my batteries are fully charged, so I have to go and charge them. And somehow I don't have any battery chargers in the studio. I took them all home. Yeah, that was dumb. Okay. So I'm on the ZV-E right now, and I didn't charge it that much, but currently I am using S-Log3 to film this in. But yeah, here's my friend. He's gonna do a sickle triple for us. Apologize for the lighting. It's not the best right now. I don't have my lights with me. I left them at the studio. But let's talk about my first impressions on the ZV-E10. It's just wild seeing full frame lenses on the ZV-E10. This is actually a crop lens, but I have my 35mm and I had it on here. It just made it look so small. So one thing I really like about the camera is that I can't really focus that well. If you see up there at the top corner, I really like that you can see the percentage of the battery, and that comes in clutch, letting me know, if I'm like on a time crunch and I don't have enough time to charge up my camera, at least I can have like a mental note of where it's at. The grip feels great. This isn't the best way to present this, but for reference, here is the A7 IV and here is the ZV-E1. You can tell that the A7 IV has a deeper handle, which feels great, but when you compare this to the ZV-E10 that I have, look at that. It feels right. It feels like it's meant to be there, versus this just does not feel ergonomic at all whatsoever. I mean, I get it, it's a very small traveling vlog camera. This thing actually feels great. That's just me though. I don't have particularly small hands or big hands. I'm just like right in the middle. Having reviewed the videos that I just shot at no picture profile, the colors look great. They look, this camera is very plug and play, meaning you don't really have to do much to get a great image out of it. But considering that, this is my livelihood, I do utilize S-Log3 a lot, just to get that, dynamic range that everybody talks about. And it's true, you get a lot more out of it. Actually really enjoy the SD card placement. Better than the ZV-E10, where the battery compartment is here and the SD card is here. Just so annoying. I don't like it. This is not a full in-depth video, of course. Haven't tested the microphone, haven't tested the AI focusing, haven't tested all those features that everybody's raving about, which I will most likely make a video about, but probably won't use up to 80% of those features. I'll probably only use 20. Of course, this thing is a beast. I haven't gone to do a low light test, and I'm thinking about doing that. Also, the overheating issue. Sorry about that, guys. My camera died. What was that? What was I thinking? What was I saying? Oh yeah, overheating. So today the highest was 92 degrees Fahrenheit, so it was pretty hot. It wasn't hot, it was actually a good day. I live in the desert, like I've already mentioned a million times. But in most tests that I've seen on YouTube right now, everybody's around 80 something degrees. Maybe a few of them have already hit 90, but it's only gonna keep getting hotter and hotter here. Highest will probably be 100, 118, maybe even 120 plus degrees. I was filming in 4K 60 the entire time for 3 hours. Granted, it wasn't continuous shooting. I rarely find myself shooting 4K 60 for longer than 2 minutes at a time. So if you're shooting longer than that, you may experience overheating, but I did not experience it at all. But yeah, I was shooting in 4K 60 10-bit S-Log3. I was fine. If you're gonna be shooting for longer than 2 minutes, you might experience overheating. I did not experience any overheating whatsoever. And I'll keep you guys posted once I hit that 100-degree mark, see what happens. Where I really want to push this camera is in more in like my weddings and music videos that I'll be shooting in the near future. Those obviously are very important that I get the shot. With weddings, you only have one try at it. You can't ask them to redo the kiss or any part of the ceremony. I'm gonna have my contingencies, of course. Don't want to risk not getting the shot, but I will be using it as a B cam for sure. So let me know in the comment section what type of videos you want me to make in regards to this little bad boy right here. I believe that the same sensor from the FX6, FX3, even the FX9 is inside here, which is crazy to me. So this is, it's like saying this is a mini FX9. That's a stretch, but the image you get for the money is great. Now the features are a whole different thing aside from that. But for me, I care about my images. I care about my image quality. I haven't experienced anything yet. I will keep you guys posted. Love this thing. Now I'm looking at it again. I just kind of really did get bummed out that we got a micro HDMI instead of a full-blown HDMI. Both my A7 or my A7 IVs have them, and I got used to it. So kind of a bummer on that. I'm rambling on way too much, so I'm going to stop this video right here. Remember to write down in the comment section what kind of videos you want to see now that we finally have the ZV-E1. We've been waiting a long time for this camera, something like this. At least me personally, I've been waiting for something like this. Low light also is, of course, 12 megapixel sensor, same thing as the FX3. It's gonna kill it in low light. I don't know. Bye.